Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of EverQuest 2. Now on this one we're going to be talking to this NPC right here in front of us, Argro, and seeing what he wants us to do next. The last quest he had us go out there and kill some Jarl Snaps, Ravengers, and some other type. I can't remember what the other one was. And then come back and turn it in. We got a pair of sleeves out of him, so we're going to talk to him now and see what he wants us to do.
Well met!
Have you taken care of the kobolds? And you say, yes, I have. Great, if we keep the kobolds busy defending, then we'll have an easier time building and training an army to retake Halidon. That's another thing I've volunteered to help with, the creation of the army. I've been tasked with coming up with non-standard methods of outfitting an army for combat. By non-standard, they mean cheap, but that doesn't worry Argo. And then your choice is why not? Since time began, wars have been fought where the soldiers didn't have easy access to refined metals and hot forges. They make do with what they had available to them. And that's what I intend to do. North of here, along the top of the cliffs, there's a large number of beetles. I need you to collect some of their Carapace for me, to use for armor? Exactly. In my experience, the harder shells come from the smaller beetles, the ones we call the granite beetles. Obviously, they got the name for a reason, eh? Anyways, I like 10 of their Carapaces. That should be enough to come up with some armor sets that I can show to my superiors. If they like it, maybe I'll become famous. Argo's armor. They'll say the recapture of Halidon wasn't possible without it. And of course you can say, get somebody else to smash your bugs, or I'll go see what I can gather. The many uses of Carapace. Level 24, 52 silver and 48 copper at least, plus 1,000 faction for Iron Toe Brigade. As you see, most of the quests over here are giving you faction with those people. That will actually open up more quests down the road if you have a high enough faction with the city. So let's go ahead and hit accept. Why, if it wasn't for Argo, we might still be living out in ButcherBlock Mountains, or worse still, Freeport. Oh, that Argo, he sure did attract the ladies, even the non-dwarf ones. Okay, alright. This guy has quite the imagination. As always, look on the map to see where you need to go, and that's it right over there. So not too far from here. The beetles really aren't that bad. They're pretty easy to kill. A lot of the time they are linked though, so you may have to kill more than one. Just be prepared for that. Get the little wigglers right there. Make sure you try to avoid these guys if you can. I think I got one of them on me right now. And he'll run away in a second if I can get far enough away. There he goes. Let's go ahead and attack these granite beetles. They have a rather cool looking effect to them, almost like a marble-ish rock kind of creature. And yes, it's probably the exact color of what they figured granite looks like. We only need 10 of these guys, so pretty easy, not hurting me really at all. So I'm going to pull several of these creatures. That way I can use my area effect. Not that my area effect really does all that great damage. There we go. Now I'm taking some damage. That's the way to go. Not really a challenge if I can sit there with my eyes closed. Now this may be easier or harder, depending on your class, also depending on your level of spells. If you manage to upgrade some of them to adepts or even masters, obviously these are going to be a cakewalk. You're going to walk right through these things. As you see, they're really not hard in the first place, and with something like a master or even just adepts, come on, we'll jump up there. There we go. Have to jump over there in a second. If you have a bow and an arrow, you can shoot them down from the rocks. You don't even have to get up there. Or if you have little Chinese stars or whatever the case may be, that's whatever's in your range slot, you can do that. If you're a caster, you'll have an easier time, although you still have to be able to see the target to cast on them, so that may be an issue. May have bought more than I can chew off right here. Now you can see that you need 10 of these guys, but there's really not a whole lot of them right here. I've already killed pretty much all the ones I have in this one little area, and I'll have to move further down. Now if you happen to be very unlucky and there's 2 or 3 people doing this quest at the same time, you may run into some issues where you have to wait for respawn. But thankfully in this game, like I've said many times, they respawn rather quickly. So if that's the case, don't be too impatient. Just kind of find a nice spot, chill out, maybe pull a couple other different kinds of creatures you don't necessarily need, unless you're doing multiple quests at one time, and this would be perfect for it. And remember, there are wanderers over here, so no area effects. Watch out for the aggro from the chicks, who are ready to attack. Obviously the mountain a little further back would have been the ideal spot to fight these guys. And remember guys, this is an MMO. It's really made for groups. Now you don't have to ever group in this entire game all the way up to max level if that's what you want. You can solo it. They made it that way on purpose so that if you couldn't find a group, you're still able to do something. But you miss out on quite a lot if you do not group with people. You miss out on the interaction, but you also miss out on a lot of zones that are pretty impossible for you to go to at the level you're supposed to go to if you're not grouping. Plus things just take a lot longer by yourself. So remember guys, just try to go a little bit out of your way, try to find some groups, introduce yourself to people, join a guild, do a shout out, LFG looking for group, or even just looking for a partner. You want to group with other people. It can be very daunting, very frightening if you've never done it before, but definitely worth it. Remember to always check your quest. I say that all the time, but there's plenty of times you guys are going to forget, run all the way back to town, only find out that you needed to click or kill one more creature.
Hello!
Have you gathered the materials? Yep, here you go. The many uses. Level 24, 62 silver and 9 copper, plus 1,000 to the Iron Toe Brigade. Go ahead and accept. Ah, excellent. These will do nicely. I like to get started on creating the armor as soon as possible. Would you mind doing another favor for me while I work on this? And of course, that's going to be the next episode for you guys. So if you do like these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, or as always, hit me up in game. Thanks again for watching.